Vicky Retro Queen Bee Art. Let's be busy in art. This is the third in the series of 100. And this is decorating the tea bag that has been placed on top of a nature table book. This is one of my favorite steps, and I was going to only create 2 pages, but I ended up decorating, I think, 5. Because you have gel matte medium on the tea bag, you can stencil it, paint it, stamp it, and it'll take it very well. So here we go. We're starting to decorate, and you just want to reflect your own unique junk journal art style. I'm taking translucent paint, and I'm using it like gesso, really. There will be some white left, and you notice I'm putting more on the line there to try to get the line faded in the white. When you use gesso, you do the same thing. You put the gesso around where the lines are. Here I'm using a very small gel plate, and I got this new heart stencil, my first stencil from PM Artist. And I wet my sponge, my makeup sponge, with water. I like to do that better, and start stamping with the blue paint right into the stencil that's on top of the tea bag and page of the book. Pretty blue color. Since this is acrylic paint, I did go and wash my stencil after I was finished. Then I had this big camera stamp, and I thought, well, why don't I use it? I rarely use it, but I decided to use it here. And I would probably cut off the top part and then use the stamp, doing something with it. Not quite sure at this point. And I'm going to add white splatters, and this I will use an opaque white. We always add some water, and then we just start splattering. White splatters. This is the second one. It's of a sunset, but I thought, oh, I'll just put some gold in it to try to get it to look a little more gold sunset looking. And again, I am trying to hide those lines. That's just me. You might like the lines. It doesn't matter to you, then just keep the lines and work with it. This is very pretty gold paint. It is inexpensive, and it's from the Folk Art Treasure Gold. And I also added some bronze, I think, on top of that by golden. Whoops. Yeah, golden fluid iridescent bronze. That was the second part of the paint that I put on. And then I have this stencil of, I don't know what you call it. It's, it looks like an oriental letter, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a mark of some sort that was created here. And this stencil is not available anymore. They sold out and they're not replenishing it. Now I thought I would add some yellow. Not sure why, but I just thought some yellow might look kind of cool with the black and the gold and the bronze. So I decided to do the little dots all in yellow, and then just add some yellow to the black along the way. And I had to put several coats of the yellow to make it stand out so that you could see it. And when you mix black and yellow, you get a greenish color. And so I'm just adding just a little tiny bit here and there so it would look pleasing to the eye. Now I have this stamp that is an eagle, so I put that in the corner. And I ended up taking my Durant Intense Ink black pencil and outlining the eagle. These pencils are excellent. They're the best pencils I've bought in my experience with art. I've tried all kinds of them and I wasn't really satisfied, and so I thought, well, you know, maybe I should try these intense ones. Intense Ink. They're wonderful. Okay. The next one is a waterfall, and so I thought, well, I'm going to paint that white. Just see if I can get it highlighted through the Teabag. And I touched up the pool of water where it landed. Sometimes you can use the picture if you see it well. And this is what I'm doing here. I'm just going to keep this picture as a waterfall. I do add some butterflies. And I got these stamps I think I got them at Goodwill. They're actually Stamping Up stamps. Not Goodwill. It was a thrift shop down in Snohomish. You know, it was kind of like a specialized thrift shop. They have a great craft section. And that's where I found these. I go, ooh, I'm getting them. Butterflies from Stampin' Up. Then I decide to add some gold splatters to both of these particular photos. See, in this picture here, I'm using the background just to be kind of part of a mixed media. And I'm adding gold splatters. And the yellow, I decided to paint that gold. Sorry about that. My phone keeps hitting my keypad. This one I did gold splatters as well. Then I decided to add a flower in the corner here. Now, and I use my wonderful golden coarse molding paste, which has a translucent effect. I may not use this as one full piece. I might cut it and use it in 3 separate pieces. But I didn't like that yellow, and I did end up painting gold over that yellow. So this particular pocket was from a masterboard. These are just marks that I made on old paper. I'm beginning to do my journal here now to show you how you can use the Teabag decoration photos, decorative photos, I guess would be the word, into your journal. I do like to make my own art for my journals. Sometimes I use digitals though. I did not sew this pocket, but I thought about it, but I didn't. It's pretty sturdy since it is a masterboard piece. I did highlight the pocket around with black. I think it's permanent ink. Okay. So I need to cut off a little bit here on the page so it doesn't hang over on the other page. Of course, our journals are never completely straight, right? The page. But that's okay with me. I'm a little bit messy with my journals that I use. And they're for me. I don't sell them. They're just for me to do my junk journal art in. Now, I made 2 tags from the blue stenciled and camera. And then this is a window that I had extra printing of. And then I'm going to make the wall kind of a pink and color that's just paint that's on top of paper bag, I think. I just measure usually from my eye. If it looks good to me, I don't mess with it. I just measure it that way. But if it doesn't match or it needs a little extra help, I can always get my straight cutter out and cut the edges. Having a little trouble getting it straight onto the page. Looks like that page fell out. That's a very old ledger paper. So I'll probably glue it onto the next page. Now I did make another book page. Here I'm highlighting it. It's a female's face that I had a stencil for, and I just stenciled it in black, and then I stenciled the flowers in her hair pink. I like the table book thickness for the picture that you make. It's pretty nice. And so I'm just going to put her here looking up into the windows. Oh, and then I made some wording to put on the pocket, and I needed to make an outline, so I just got into my pieces where I think I can make the words pop out on a piece of paper. And the words say, "I've never been happier."